So, hello everyone. My name is Pritam Paul, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, here I have come with another video, with another story, another experience of a good, motivating journey. Here is my friend Anirban Chaudhary. We have done the BTech course from NIT Agartala in the same section, and I know him from my second year time. So, let's welcome him. Hi, Anirban. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for having the time for this video. I hope your journey, your experience would be so much useful for the viewers. So please let's start. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Pritam, for inviting me for this session. So let's start with a basic introduction of mine. So I am Anirban Chaudhary. I am from Agartala. So I have completed my BTech from NIT Agartala in 2018, and I have done my MTech from IIST Shibpur in 2020, and currently I am working as a researcher in TCS Research and Innovation.
So the journey sounds really very great. So I hope viewers would like to know about your journey in details. So let's start from the very beginning. So from schooling, let's start where you have done the schoolings and all. And
Yeah, I have completed my schooling from KVONGC Agartala and completed it in 2014.
okay. So after that, you got the admission in NIT Agartala, and there in the BTech journey, what are the things you have done? Please share about that BTech journey, means first year, second year, third year, and final year.
Yeah, I joined in Electronics and Communication Engineering in NIT Agartala in the year 2014. So now starting what I have done related to academics in BTech, let's start with the trainings which I have undergone. So basically I have undergone three trainings. The first one was with BSNL after the completion of my third semester. It was 1 month training followed by 1.5 month training in CTTC Bhubaneswar after the completion of fourth semester. It was basically in VLSI design fabrication part. And my third training was in Airport Authority of India after the completion of my fifth semester. It was around 1 month where we have done training in things like CNS system, security, navigation, and various technical aspects of the airport authority, which are mainly taken care of by the electronics department.
What do you think? Why these kind of training programs means really helpful for you? What do you think?
Yeah, the most important part is that you get one practical exposure to how things really are and how things actually work. Because we know that the theory and practical differs very much. But when it comes to the theoretical study and actual industry work, there is a quite a lot of difference which you can learn only in trainings. And also during my interviews in BTech, MTech, and all, I have seen that interviewers really pay good attention on the trainings which you have done, the technologies you have worked or you have experienced, be it training or internship, because they obviously know the value of practical work and experience. I think everyone should at least do one training or internship because it will first.
Okay.
This is the first thing that will add the most value in your CV when you are appearing for interview in BTech final year.
Okay. So okay, all the training programs you have said. So after that, what you have done for extra means except CGPM? We will talk about it also later. But except this, what are the things you have done? Means codings and all means extracurricular other things.
Yeah, my extracurricular was actually very limited, being a day scholar. So for interview or the coding part, mainly I have used HackerRank platform. So there are many platforms you can use according to which one suits you. I have mostly coded in HackerRank and sometimes I have used CodeChef, but I did not find it very comfortable. I found the HackerRank good suit for me.
Okay.
Now, regarding the theoretical aspects of coding, the main things I focused during BTech was C and data structures. And in my school, I already have some experience in databases and Java. So actually for coding, I have mainly consulted YouTube videos, some sites like Free Code Camp and My Code School. So now there are many more sites you can refer any of them. So actually, I did nothing exceptional for coding preparation. It was
Okay.
like average or a bit above average. And
Okay.
practicing was the main factor because again, the thing which you learn from the YouTube videos, and when you write actual code, you can get different types of errors which will get rectified only with practice.
Now let's talk
Now,
about your CGPA, your campusing.
yeah, let's start with the CGPA first. So my overall CGPA in BTech was 8.6,
Yeah.
and coming to the interview part, placement part, in BTech I was placed in Wipro. So here actually first round was aptitude round, which is very common in all the
On
companies.
campus placements. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the second round was the coding round. The coding was, yeah, a bit difficult, but is manageable if you practice coding regularly. Like if you practice for 6 months to 1 year, you can easily crack those interviews, written test. Now coming to the interview, the first round was technical interview. So in technical interview, mostly questions were like related to the coding round question which was there, how I solved it, what were the other ways by which it can be solved, and some theoretical questions related to that code and the concepts used in that code, and a bit about the trainings which I have done, what I learned, and what were the practical use and all. So yeah, I have appeared for one interview only in BTech.
Okay. And now let's talk about your gate preparation journey. As I know that you ranked 4,500 approximately, and without any gate coaching. So how did you prepare for gate? Means as most of the BTech students in our campus, which I have seen, even me also, we didn't even clarify our cutoff marks. Although I prepared for CSC, it's a different thing. But many of the departmental students also they didn't able to crack the gate. So you have cracked and you have cracked the campusing also. So both the things you have managed. That is the most impressive one, I think. And so please tell us about your self preparation gate in your bike BTech journey, in your BTech life.
Yeah, my gate preparation was also like my coding preparation, self-prepared without much of a formal coaching. So I mostly use the YouTube videos for this. One thing I did differently was actually what people do, they first of all they try to cover the entire theory syllabus of all the subjects, and it takes most of the time. Like if exam is in February, people I have seen most people spend time with theory till December, January. So actually I did not learn from the theory. The different thing which I have done, I have directly start from the numerical videos in YouTube. So there are lots of channels which I mostly followed was Gate Academy channel. So they solve variety of numericals and they really explain it in a good way. So initially I could not solve any numericals because I did not go through the theory. My theory knowledge was what acquired during the semesters. So I actually used to focus on the way they used to solve the numericals problems, different concepts. So in basic, mostly in electronics, there are subjects like network theory, control system, signal system, which are numerical based, numerical dominated. So I think for these subjects particularly, starting from numerical and getting the theory from it is the best approach. This is mostly what I followed.
Okay, so what are the main subjects properly? Means, can you please mention those subjects which you have prepared for the numerical one? And the
Yeah,
sources, obviously, not only the Gate Academy. I know not only the Gate Academy YouTube channel. If you remember many other means channels also, please mention those also, so that viewers could be benefited by that.
yeah. Actually, talking of channels, yeah, I did not particularly search by channels. I searched by the topics and then numericals.
Okay.
So there are actually other channels. Some I remember are Engineer Tree, and actually you can type the topic and then numericals. You will find a lot of channels and
Okay.
lot of numericals, and you
Okay.
can see all the videos because different people solve numericals in different way. So if one problem is solved in two different ways, you get two different concepts. So this is also another advantage. And one more thing is you also know that whether you missed parts some part or not. Actually, in theory, you feel that you have completed everything. There is nothing missing. But when you start with numerical, you actually feel that you need to work on that area particularly. You have missed out something. So this is the important part.
Okay. Another thing is, in which domain you have done the BTech project?
Yeah, my BTech project was based on impedance spectroscopy. So this is was basically an applied project work, and it was the title was actually studying of fruit ripening using electrical impedance spectroscopy.
Okay.
So I am explaining it in brief. So what happened is actually there are two ways of ripening fruits, naturally and artificially using calcium carbides. So we collected both the samples of the fruit, and using ECG AGCL electrodes we connected the samples with a impedance analyzer. So now for different frequencies of current we have applied through the sample, we measured the impedance plot from day 0 to day 7 in various ripening stages for both the samples, and we have observed the difference in their impedance for each day for both the naturally ripened and artificially ripened samples. So this was the major theme of the project.
Okay. So after that, you have joined IIST Shippo for your MTech courses. So and so tell us about that. Means, what are the things has happened? What was your experience and all?
Yes, so I joined IIST in 2018 for my MTech program. Yeah, okay, I joined with communication and signal processing specialization. So in MTech journey was the part where I met with actual research work during my from second semester onwards
Okay.
for the purpose of MTech project.
Okay.
So first semester was basically theoretical subjects and a few mini projects. Actual work, which was supposed to be the most significant work of MTech, started from second semester, and actual practical works for the project started from third semester.
Okay. And during your means MTech courses, you applied for GATE, no?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that. Means okay, you have cracked okay one first time obviously, but in case of second time when you are applying when you will be applying for GATE and you score your rank was I think 100 1700. So there is a huge improvement. Means 4500 to 1700. So how did you improve your GATE rank? Means, please tell us about that.
The basic way of preparation was same, like doing more and more numericals and getting the theory and concept of numericals. So the thing was that actually in BTech I started GATE preparation a little late, so did not was not able to cover a wide variety of numericals. And actually in during my second attempt, I realized the importance of means clearing your concepts through numericals. So in that year, I have done a lot more numericals compared to previous year, and so I am sure that
What
definitely
are the
this was the
subjects you have
factor.
covered? What are the subjects you have covered?
Yeah, I mainly first subject which most of electronics electrical student covers is control system,
Okay.
then signals and system, then network theory. These are the first three subjects which everyone mostly covered. And these three subjects actually took the most time. So I have give much time to these three subjects. Along with this, there was digital electronics, which was people consider it as easy scoring subject, and it also do not require much time like the other three subjects.
Yeah.
So these were the four main subjects along with engineering, mathematics, and aptitude. So these covered the major portion. For
Okay.
other difficult subjects like communication, then semiconductor,
Yeah.
electromagnetic theory, I have
Okay.
gone through the basic formulas, the basic concept. Did not go to the much advanced stage.
Okay.
Common formulas, common numericals, a basic concept I developed.
Okay. And after that, means as I know you have published papers also, so please tell us about that. It's really very interesting. In during MTech courses, publishing papers and all.
Yes, so my MTech project or research work was based on electronic design automation,
Okay.
basically hardware, software, co-design of analog circuits for signal processing communication or typical VLSI circuits. So my first publication was in System on Chip conference which held in Singapore in September 2019, and
Okay.
my second paper was published in conference Information System and Computer Networks in Mathura in November.
Okay.
So these were based on my MTech project works, these
Okay.
two publications. And another publication is in the pipeline, submitted in the journal, waiting for acceptance or review.
And after that, now let's jump to the campusing in your MTech. Okay. So what are the companies you have applied? What are the things you have got? And after that, we will talk about the TCS interview experience. Everyone must be waiting for that. So before that, let's talk about this.
Yeah, the first company in MTech I was placed was Cognizant.
Okay.
So after that, I appeared for TCS. So in
Okay,
Cognizant,
yeah. Into what are the packages and what are the things they have asked or rounds and all, please.
yeah, for Cognizant, the CTC was for LPA.
Okay. And what are the rounds were there?
The first round was aptitude round, quantitative, qualitative, and English. The second round was coding round, like finding the output and finding the error from a code snippet. So these were the two rounds in written. So after that, we had technical interview round where questions were mostly from data structure, sorting, bubble sort, and some puzzles and some general tricky mathematical question puzzles, some basic questions from C and programming.
Okay. And after that, you got selected, but you after that you applied for TCS R&I. So please tell us about that interview in brief. And what are the another thing is in your profile, what are the main things which have done the most means, impactable thing for your selection procedure? And please tell us about that. What do you think? What they have asked and all?
In TCS R&I, the first round was CV-based shortlisting. After that, there was directly the technical interview round. So in technical interview round, it started with my MTech project. I explained the project in details. Then there were related questions from theory related to the MTech projects. Then there was the BTech project. Similarly, there were related questions related to the BTech project. So maximum part of the interview was regarding both the projects, BTech project and MTech project. So I feel that in any research or similar R&D field, the most important factor is definitely the project work you have done, how much clarity you have on the theoretical aspects of the project you have done, how much contribution are you giving in your field of study, and your quality of work and all. I think, in my view, it is like that if you have any publication prior to it, like in your BTech work, or also you are planning to publish your journal or conference paper from the MTech project, do mention it in interviews, not only in R&D interviews, but in all interviews in general for service-based companies, product-based companies, every companies. Because I feel and I have seen that stating your publications or paper you are going to publish really plays a big role in this. Especially if you have published it during your BTech, this is considered as a very good sign, a very good plus point from your side. And publishing in MTech also, be it conference paper, also adds a significant value in your profile.
Okay.
The next most important thing is the trainings or internships. Like I said earlier, your practical experience and knowledge is given much more importance. So these are the two things: projects, publication, and internship or training experience, which plays the major role in any company for interview.
Do they follow up on the gate score? What do you think?
Not actually, because in all the interviews in BTech and Tech, not much emphasis on the gate score, but actually definitely having a good gate score creates an good impact.
Okay. And tell us about the interview means round, what they have asked in HR or in technical, what are the topics they have focused on, what are the things you have faced?
I think the questions which you will be asked mostly depends on your profile, your background, academic background, the projects you have done. So for me, in my MTech project, it was mostly regarding my MTech project.
Okay.
So questions were mostly like digital filters, like FIR filters, IIR filters, their time domain and frequency domain response, their characteristics, how they differ. Then questions from Fourier transform, like how we calculate Fourier transform, what is the significance of Fourier transform, or
Okay.
frequency domain analysis of signals.
Okay.
Like, I think it will mostly depend on the project you are doing.
Okay. Did they anything ask about your coding experiences, data structures, algorithms, and programming things and languages?
Not much, but they asked whether I have experience with coding or not. So
Okay.
I
That is
explained them about the programming languages and I know.
okay. So after that, in the HR round, let's talk about that. Did they anything ask and about your hobbies and all?
HR round was not much to say. Actually, it depends. And in HR round, questions will mostly similar types.
Okay.
There is nothing much special to describe regarding the HR round.
In the final part of the video, do you want to give any tips to your juniors who are doing BTech or MTech?
Yeah, the one thing is, no matter what are you doing, the thing is you should be clear on your fundamental concepts of your subjects. Actually, what I have seen that especially in researches, I am associated it with last 1.5 years. So like, what mostly matters is the understanding of your fundamental concepts. So you don't have to remember the formulas and all, everything is available in the internet. So the most important thing is how strongly you understand the basics and your ability to apply the theoretical concepts in practical work. And you have to use your imagination in research, like you have to do things which no one has done before. So you cannot get much help from the internet. So you have to apply your own thinking and creativity. So here your basic concepts or how strong your basic concepts are plays a very important role.
So as you guys can see that what he have done by his own, he didn't go any coaching center for gate exam for preparing the things and all. What all the things he has done by himself, by his own hard work and intelligence. So I hope this video would be very much useful for you, and I will be putting his LinkedIn profile link in the description if you wanna have any connection with him, so you can easily send him a connection, okay, connection request there. And this is the ending part of the video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and let us know through comment if you have any doubt and all, and everyone would like to answer them obviously. So and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos, because in near future I will be coming with lots of stories and interviews experiences. So hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that every video could be reached to you through notification. This much for today, guys. See you on the next video.